With its distinctive swimming pools in the upper deck, there's a look inside Everbank Stadium here in Duval County, Florida. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And, partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. CeeDee Lamb to return it from his end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Willis now off of play action. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
I've heard of quick strike offenses, but this is taking that to the extreme. I mean, the very first snap of the ball game, normally you're thinking, let's get our quarterback comfortable and get him into the flow of the game, but not here. They come out attacking from the outset, and it pays off in a big way.
Willis will look to throw on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The inaugural carry for Darren McFadden. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw, here's Willis. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Mike Singletary, the one to bring him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing, Vick. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. James Harrison with a sack. He still has it into his 40s.
They'll talk about a rhythm breaker right there. They've been moving the ball well. Drive had started beautifully. That one's going to hurt.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
Trap 60.
Vick to throw it. Escapes the sack. And he couldn't square up to throw there, and it falls incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Now Jason Elam for the field goal try. This will be a 37-yard attempt. Elam's kick is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. That was a long, sustained opening drive, but in the end, only able to get 3, the field goal out of it.
And absolutely, you'll take the points and the early leads. You never get those back. But there will be a little bit of disappointment that they didn't punch it in for 6 after that kind of yardage and that kind of drive that they had.
After the made field goal, Elam back out to kick it away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They begin the drive with Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. George Karlaftis, the man to bring him down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. On 4th down, here's Pat McAfee to kick it away. Back deep, CeeDee Lamb. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Back to throw, Willis. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Mahomes now to throw. Yeah, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Tucker's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Lamb gets the green light. He'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the five-time Pro Bowler Troy Vincent. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by the Hall of Famer John Lynch. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away?
He's going to go. Darren McFadden. Touchdown, Jaguars. Darren McFadden. 60 yards. And the Jags will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Jason Elam on for the extra point. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Chris Jones breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Well, there was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people...
Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 75 yards. And the Chiefs come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn.
Shout out to everybody pulling up. I'm the Chief. I'm the red helmet. Shout out to everybody pulling up. What's good with everybody? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Sunday night football.
He'll bring it down to the end zone. Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot.
Drop a one in the chat if you can hear me.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Got you. Shout out to everybody. Happy Sunday.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Willis looking to throw it.
Buying time to his left.
Let's go.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs.
To the Super Bowl.
And that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Flushed out right. And falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Tucker's kick is good. And the lead grows to 4. It's 13-9.
Well, they come through with 3 after forcing the turnover. But CD, second half, you're starting inside the red zone. Obviously, they would have liked 6 out of that.
Absolutely, because that's all you're thinking is how do you get it into the end zone? You want the field goal to be the last resort. In this case, they gave it a great try, but did have to settle for 3.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here is 3rd and 5.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Willis takes the snap. They're going for it.
Flush to his right. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds.
Let's go.
That would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Chris Jones picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4.
Let's go.
And all the way in
Let's
for
go.
a Kansas City touchdown. Antonio Gates, 38 yards. And the Chiefs will add to their fourth quarter lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead
Sunday
up to
Night Football.
11.
On my
Tucker
road
now
to the
kick it
Super Bowl.
away
Let's
following
get
the
it.
touchdown.
Lamb gets the green light. He'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back.
Let's
This
go.
is intercepted, and that should do it.
Damn right
He'll
that
take
should
this
do it.
back down inside the 20.
He's out of here, chat. All right, no packs. All right, let's get it. 2-0. You 2-0. Shout out to everybody pulling up.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And, Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best, that team will win the game.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry.
And a short pickup to about the 25.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
Willis. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in a shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
Now Willis on 1st and 10.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted.
That was where you made your mistake at, buddy.
Picked up by the all-time interception king, Paul Krause.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first
James
and
Money,
10
what up, bro?
At their own 20-yard line. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off.
You cooling today? Happy Sunday, bro. You cooling? You cooling?
Here's Johnson again on 2nd down.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Being chased out left. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins. 76 yards.
And the Chiefs are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
What was that?
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
No, they accept the penalty, of course.
Come on, man. Another one of these dudes finna quit.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
To throw, here's Willis.
Going deep for Hopkins.
Nah, buddy. I told you. Ain't none of that going on.
Another one intercepted.
And Brandon, how many times have we talked with these rookies out there, and then we finally hear from them?
Ain't none of that happening, brother.
And they're able to handle things. Not so far for this rookie, because right now, back-to-back drives, they picked him off. Not college football anymore. He's got to find a way to handle what these defenses throw at him.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes rolling to his right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw, it's Mahomes.
Ooh.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted.
Ooh.
Done by Paul Krause. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes
that ain't
the
gonna work
again.
either.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
Oh, this
Second
is your
quarter
Super
now for
Bowl,
Baltimore.
bro.
It's the Ravens in possession.
I'm going to have to take that from you,
as
brother.
they've got it 2nd down and 11.
Let me see.
Back to throw, Willis.
Gonna let this thing go deep
See,
for
doing it
Gates.
again. I told you no.
Another interception, his 3rd of the game.
Picked off by Paul Krause. Dancing away at the 35.
And the Chiefs are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
He finna quit. He out of here, chat. Hey, GG's, my boy. GG's. All right, let's get it. We 3-0. 3-0, chat. 2 more games, we in the playoffs. 2 more wins, we in the playoffs.
From one of the loudest venues in the National Football League, you get a look there at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And as we look at this matchup, every time there's something different to focus on. So I'll just ask you, what do you see here in this one?
Well, Rembrandt, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you? Yeah. Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Secondary?
You know me well, right? In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
First carry for the Oklahoma State man, Chuba Hubbard.
And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Young off the play fake. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Young on 3rd down. Underneath, he's got Olsen. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that's going to make it 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. A big play there for KC. 61 yards.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Oh, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Up the middle, Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Taken down back at the 15-yard line.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. So 1st and goal quickly turns into 4th and goal, and then 4th and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker who has to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Panther football to start quarter number 2. As they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Ready. Yellow. 22. Striker. 3-3.
It's Young off play action. That's over the middle and caught by the rookie. And he's going to be dropped quickly right there at the 48, a couple yards shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
This is all about finding the open space in the middle of the field. How do you do that? One way is through play action. That's going to freeze those linebackers for just a split second, and sometimes that's all you need. They run a deep in route behind them, and it works to perfection.
And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a Panthers 1st down, 17 yards on the play. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, Young. Throw left side complete. That's Perry. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now a 1st down throw for Young. Over the middle, complete. It's Perry. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. They'll throw again. Young. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. The slot man in motion right. Young going to give it up on the touch pass. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Steve Smith, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Elam, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now here's Mahomes. Steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, Charles, you know, it's so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
That's complete to his running back, Perry.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
This is 2nd and 8. Now Young. He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Here comes 3rd and about a foot. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
On the set.
The play fake. Now Young. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Red, cycle.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go in at the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points, while the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Forced out to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Able to fight through one tackle. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 3, second down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Hubbard. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They try the left side with Johnson.
And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They go play action. Young. Into the hands of Perry, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Set, hut, red, 38.
Johnson running left. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a game of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Chiefs' 40-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
The give up the middle to Johnson. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Off the play fake, Young completes it to Perry. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now a handoff, Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a give. It's Hubbard going left. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here's Young. He finds his man, complete. That's Perry. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Chris Johnson A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Panthers get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point by Elam, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Jason Elam sets the kickoff.
Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic. I'm coming for you. You
Mahomes to throw it. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, you know they're going to look his way in the 2-minute drill, but that time he was blanketed, and they forced the incompletion. May need some teammates to step up in this spot.
Mahomes. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And they'll set up shop right now. We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now, Charles, you and I, we've done a lot of games together. Always seems like we're rehashing the same storylines. Turnovers, of course, always a big story. Quarterback play, running backs, yada, yada, yada. But getting ready for this one word kept coming to mind, and that's preparation.
Well, it's critical to be prepared physically, mentally, When you think about getting ready for an NFL game, you have to wonder, what will they throw at us that maybe we haven't seen before? 2-minute drill, maybe different things like that. Got to be prepared. You're exactly right.
And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. Willis going to throw it right away.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early second down and long.
Now Willis to throw.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up fourth down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone.
Johnson on the return.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense is going to be set up with a 1st and 10 inside the 15.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Now it's the Central Florida native, Chris Johnson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage.
And Johnson works his way in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Chiefs are on the board first here on the road in Tampa.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
Brandon, you know, we talk about having wrinkles in a game plan. That was a fold right there. How about that play? Being able to change things up. You think anyone else on the team's going to get the ball, and in that situation, they surprise everyone and give it to their big guy.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. Now Willis.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On the give, this is their fullback. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll look to Willis to pass it here.
It's caught by Mike Evans.
And Evans will have a Bucs 1st down as he'll get this down to the 36.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
2nd down, here's Willis.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
3rd down, it's Willis.
That is caught and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now Willis on 1st and 10. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And a short gain here down to the 22. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half.
On 3rd down, it's Willis.
And that is incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
This has neither the distance nor the accuracy. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
Brandon, nothing short of a shocker here. I mean, this is pretty close to chip shot range. Most kickers, they're going to hit the top of the net, maybe even put it over the net. And I know this one didn't get blocked, yet it doesn't even get there.
They go play fake. Mahomes on the move to his left. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. Mahomes now on 1st down.
That one into the hands of Hopkins downfield.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They go play action. Now Mahomes dancing to his left. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. DeAndre Hopkins, 27 yards. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find...
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, the way things have been going in this one, Charles, it was only a matter of time before this defense got involved and made a big play, and they do right there. Gosh, this lead is so large, CD, and we're only in the first half.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that's so amazing about it. You mentioned this large lead. How's this their first takeaway of the game? And what a spectacular run it was. Adding to the lead, showing the true dominance, and you're exactly right. We're still in the first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. DA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Before kickoff, Charles, quickly, your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I could give you the standard ones, turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about much anymore, and that's time of possession. Whoever controls the football, gives their defense a break, and takes care of business, that's the team that's going to win this ball game.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Tampa. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Baker going to throw this right away. Gets the check down throw to White. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. A first carry for Rachaad White. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and a yard.
From the gun, it's a give to Peterson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
First down, here's White.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. And Mayfield just getting the play off. Got his man complete over the middle. That's White. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 24-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
50's the money. 50's the money. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
Now back to the ground game with White.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5.
They stay on the ground with White. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Rashad White
taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Bucs post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Extra point by Elam, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes steps away to his left. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. On play action, it's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 1st down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play. Mahomes going to throw. Rolling to his left.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Buying time to his left.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was pretty nice to watch as he matched the route with the receiver and stayed right there, stuck to him like glue, almost hip to hip, shoulder to shoulder, helped force the incompletion.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. He's going to field this at the 4. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He's got White here. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half,
and the Chiefs are going to get him. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 18 at the 26-yard line.
Here we go. Black, 95.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is intercepted.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3.
And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for defense.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Now Mahomes. Out to his Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes being chased out. And the pressure gets to him again. Aiden Hutchinson. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Pat McAfee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. This is taken at the 23. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
2nd down, Peterson again. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Gates with a grab. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. It's caught. This is White. And he is going to lose yardage here. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth. What a chance they just took, a huge chance. They go for it on fourth down, wind up getting the first.
Go ahead and admit it. You thought it was a bad call, didn't you?
I did, yes.
I think any normal person did. How about him picking it up? Give him credit.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Peterson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he is going to have a Bucs first down. All smiles on that sideline. That should be the one to do it.
It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Again, Peterson.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
A 10th carry now for Peterson. He will push his way down to about the 14. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Happy to be on hand. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. And before we kick, partner, your keys to the game, please.
Well, my keys are on the defensive side of the ball for both teams. And the big one, making sure you avoid giving up the big play. These safeties are going to get tested all game long. Their job, keep the ball in front of them, tackle people, make them run extra plays in order to try and score.
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
first carry now. This is Johnson.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's Johnson again on second down.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on now is the punter, Pat McAfee, to kick this one away.
CeeDee Lamb deep for the Cowboys.
This is taken at the 18.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Going to give it up the middle. Here's Dickerson.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Inside give to Dickerson. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Flush to his right, and he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Dickerson on the handoff. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
They'll run now with Dickerson.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 49 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Two minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Here's Eric Dickerson. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Eric Dickerson, a 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Cowboys post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
There's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off.
And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Following the interception, here's Prescott rolling to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Touchdown, Cowboys! A great effort there. 26 yards.
And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big deal.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
All right, partner, deuce is wild on this sequence. 2 plays, 2 sacks, and now 2 points thanks to the safety. Offensively, there just didn't seem to be much of a plan when they came out on attack. That let the defense create a little chaos up front and set up one of their guys to make a play and get through and record the sack.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Touchdown, Cowboys! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for... Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are able to add on to their first-half lead.
So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mahomes now to throw.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you're trying force plays, right?
It's caught inside the 25. A big play there just before halftime. 54.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football and certainly the loudest as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City.
Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. Happy to be with you. And, CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback. To throw on the first play, McCarthy. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Here's McCarthy.
And it's incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
To the air with McCarthy. That's complete out left to Ayuk.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. He'll buy some time right. And it's complete to Antonio Gates. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
1st and 10. Here's McCarthy.
Eluding the pressure right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
Aaron Jones.
A 22-yard scamper.
And the Giants are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 16. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Here's Pat McAfee now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Here's Jones on the return. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Now McCarthy throwing on 1st down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. McCarthy operating from the gun. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It's a big play for the Giants on 3rd down. 49 yards. Jones will take it in for the Giants touchdown. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. You got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2nd down and 6 now. Throwing is McCarthy. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Sam Laporta from 17 yards out. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Sliding out of the pocket. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed.
It's caught at the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal. Up the middle, Jones. And he will take it on in front. Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball downfield.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. McCarthy going to put it up right away.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Got to hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early 2nd and long.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big play there for Minnesota. 42 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now McCarthy.
Escaping the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
McCarthy off the play fake.
And this is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 33 yards that time. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D-line.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon.
It's not often you talk about statement drives coming right at the start of the game, but that was some statement there. That drive took them the length of the field, and as I look at the clock, ate up nearly the entire 1st quarter as well. Great work up front, clearing space, and an ideal finish on the touchdown run.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. Forced out to his left. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, that's certainly not the start that they envisioned, Charles. You give up the long touchdown drive, and there, an interception on their first play from scrimmage.
Brandon, I wonder if the mindset was simply, well, that was a long touchdown drive. Their defense might be a little relaxed and feel like, hey, we're in good shape now having 7 in hand. Maybe they just thought, let's take the shot at them right now. Instead, it went against them.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
On 2nd down, it's McCarthy. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36.
To the air again, McCarthy. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And this one is incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
McCarthy to throw on 2nd and 10.
That is caught. It's Calvin Johnson. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 23.
Looking to throw McCarthy.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.